Ahead of this year's Formula One season, the FIA ordered new guidelines for the racing teams regarding modifications to the cars and other aerodynamic changes. One of these changes included ground clearances that each car offers to maximize their center of gravity to increase their speed. However, things were looking swift and shiny at the beginning, but teams faced a common issue ahead of the Baku race. So sit back and relax as we tell you everything about FIA's technical directive after the Baku race. So, what went down in Baku? During the race, Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes' frontman, was seen and heard complaining about his vision being distorted and his car bouncing unnecessarily. Sir Hamilton really needs to stop complaining about distractions and focus on his racing career. I'm just kidding. The bouncing occurred due to porpoising. When driving, cars gain and lose downforce as a result of the floor aerodynamics beneath the vehicle's bottom. Mercedes is one of the teams that has experienced issues, and the worst of the occurrence has so far occurred in Azerbaijan. Lewis Hamilton was barely able to climb out of his car, and many other drivers experienced neck and back pain after the race. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz has also been vocal about this incident. In Baku, Russell compared it to footballers suffering from cognitive impairment having repeatedly headed a ball. When they had the incredibly heavy footballs, study and analysts show there were health effects for these men who were heading the ball. Things changed. He said, "There's no reason why we can't come up with a scientific solution to this since F1 is the epicenter of innovation." Okay, this was a valid issue Mercedes was complaining about. We take our words back. Now, Red Bull opposes the issue. Red Bull and other teams who have not experienced this issue feel there shouldn't be a regulation change since they built their vehicles in a way that makes it impossible for them to deal with porpoising. However, drivers have observed that even teams with less porpoising want to take action, noting that the ground effect formula's regulations, low ground clearance, and firm suspension created strong hits through the body even in the absence of visible bouncing. Daniel Ricciardo of McLaren remarked, "The compression. You're sore and you feel like you're getting squeezed. It's also the frequency of it. I don't believe that this shaking of the brain and spine is long-term beneficial. It smells like some intense rivalry to us." Next, FIA's quick reaction. The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, as the governing body of the sport, has decided that, in the interests of safety, it is necessary to intervene to require that the teams make necessary adjustments to reduce or eliminate porpoising in the vehicles. To provide guidance to the teams regarding the steps the FIA plans to take, a technical directive has been issued. These measures include paying more attention to the design and wear patterns of the planks and skids, the definition of a metric that will provide a numerical upper lift for acceptable vertical oscillations based on the car's vertical acceleration, and is also addressed in the directive. The Formula One teams have been invited to participate in this process while the FIA continues to analyze the precise mathematical formula for this measurement. In a sport where drivers routinely reach speeds of more than 300 kilometers per hour, it's believed that a driver's entire concentration must be focused on driving, and that extreme fatigue or discomfort may have serious effects if led to a lack of concentration. The FIA is also concerned about the immediate physical effects of the driver's health, as some of them have recently complained of back problems. Additionally, the FIA will hold a technical conference with the teams in addition to these short-term steps to define measures that will lessen the probability of the cars displaying these occurrences in the medium term. Now, impact of the new technical directive. Gunther Steiner, the team boss for Team Haas, believes the FIA has made a smart move in addressing drivers' concerns regarding the driving dynamics of the Formula One vehicles for 2022 because a rule change could completely shift the pecking order. The alternative would be to tweak the technical rules so that all teams, even those who are not as negatively affected by ride quality, or at least aren't complaining about it, are obliged to change their setups or designs. This proposal is not appealing to Steiner since, in his opinion, it would involve a significant mid-season car change. Only cars that are porpoising or bottoming out so severely that they are exceeding the as-yet undefined limit of oscillations should be affected in the immediate term by the FIA's intervention. Mercedes and Ferrari would most certainly be affected, but it's unknown how many other cars may be, as it depends on the team's setup decisions and specific restrictions the FIA sets. It's gonna be one hell of a season once the changes are implemented. Here's some other news you might have missed out on. Mercedes' Silverstone upgrade package. The 2022 tires have a noticeably shallower sidewall and are therefore not contributing as much to the suspension, so the new generation needs more suspension travel. They are even lower in rake than Mercedes used to run. This This is done in order to maximize the effectiveness of the underbody Venturi tunnels. Because of the larger tires, wheels, and brakes, the car's unsuspended mass is also substantially higher. According to recent explanations from technical director Mike Elliott, Mercedes is still tackling the issue with their Silverstone upgrade. We'll be bringing new bits to Silverstone, pushing the car forward and hoping to squeeze more speed out of both. The car we already have and the new parts we're going to add to it. The smoothness of the track may make it challenging to judge how well the additional components solve the underlying issue. The second stage of the FIA's technical directive, involving the monitoring of the force of the vertical oscillations of all the cars, which was announced in Canada, is also expected to be seen at Silverstone. However, due to its relatively flat surface, Silverstone may not be the track where we fully see the impact of this decision. But the British Grand Prix is expected to make a pivotal turn point in Mercedes' epic struggle about its struggle with the vehicle. Next, will Max Verstappen win this season? According to former driver Mark Webber, Max Verstappen is likely to seal a second Formula One world title. The Dutchman's Red Bull team is dominating the competition, and Webber, who won 8 races with them, is confident with their vehicle and driver are unrivaled this year. Verstappen is already in a great position this year after winning his first F1 championship in 2021. With 9 races remaining in the 22-race season, he leads Ferrari's Leclerc by 49 points, and his teammate Sergio Perez by 46 points. Verstappen was expected to easily win the championship after accumulating 6 victories, including 5 in the final 6 races. Red Bull will keep winning this championship, he predicted. They have a car that performs brilliantly in terms of downforce levels and tire compounds. Red Bull currently has an answer for pretty much everything, and Max has 3 races left to win it. Between 2007 and 2013, Webber was a Red Bull driver. While driving for Red Bull, the Australian was familiar with following team instructions, and this season the team has made it clear that Verstappen will get the nod over Perez. Webber, however, thought that the Dutchman had demonstrated during the recent 2 races in Baku and Montreal that he was already firmly in the lead. Seems like Max has all the backing he needs to win his second title, while Hamilton is being dethroned as the best driver in the competition. Up next, praise for Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda's sophomore season, according to AlphaTauri head of vehicle performance Guillaume Desatiu, has seen the Japanese driver make major progress. Desatiu expressed his excitement at the Japanese driver's ability to challenge teammate Pierre Gasly this year. Tsunoda is off to a strong start in the 2022 campaign and is presently ranked 15th in the driver standings with 11 points, 5 points behind teammate Pierre Gasly. Tsunoda has 9 points, while Gasly had 40 at the same stage in his rookie season last year. When questioned about the areas where he thought Tsunoda had improved this season ahead of Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Desatiu responded, "Yuki took a massive stride forward compared to last year. The relationship is constantly getting better because of his greater expertise, familiarity with the tracks, and knowledge of his engineers and mechanics." Heading into Silverstone last year, AlphaTauri sat 5th in the Constructors' Championship on 48 points, as opposed to this season where they sit 7th on 27 points. Desatiu believes that despite their lower point level, his team has a better car and that their difficult season start has been caused by a combination of poor luck and mistakes. Will Tsunoda turn his attention to this weekend's British Grand Prix in an effort to wipe the stain that his mid-race collision in Montreal left on his 2022 copybook? We all hope he does. So that's it from our side, folks. So what do you think about the FIA's action plan regarding the driver's complaints about porpoising? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.